Welcome to our retirement, folks.
Oh, hello. I had an email this morning.
Did you?
It's from our Pamela. But I
I
haven't
don't know
read
what
it
you've
yet.
got there. That's.
Oh, I know. And then when you try to come out, let me see one. Oh.
Was that it there?
Oh,
that
yeah.
The last one?
Yes.
We were supposed to be at Pamela's, meeting Pamela today at Weatherby Whaler. But, Pat were telling you she had the flu. Well, apparently she's not got over it properly yet, so she didn't want to risk giving Pat anything. Pat's already got enough to worry about.
That's what she said. So she sent me this. Shall I read it out?
What is it? Go on then.
After 10 years, a wife started to think their child looks kind of strange. So she did a DNA test and found out the child is not theirs. She told her husband what she found out, and the husband replied, "You don't remember, do you? When we were leaving the hospital, the baby popped and you told me, go and change him. So I went inside, got a clean one." Pooped. Ah, that's it. Pooped. Go and change him. So I went inside and got a clean one and left the dirty one there. The wife fainted. Go and change him. So instead of changing nappy, he changed the baby for a clean one. Oh dear. She's a funny onion, isn't she?
Pam. It's always sending you these
little things that she sees on her phone.
Tell them about Pam.
Tell them about Pam. What can I tell them?
She's your sister.
Yeah, she's my sister.
But
she's nearly coming up 70, and she's still working. She does 2 cleaning jobs, and she says to me, "I've decided I've given one up, but I've still got to work a fortnight," she says. And she must have told one of the lads there, and he says, "Why are you retiring?" She says, "Well, I'm nearly 70. He says, "You what?" She says, "I'm nearly 70. He says, "You never are. You're having me on." Because she looks quite fit, doesn't she?
yeah.
But she says this place that she's been working at, it's that big is the floor. Then she has to vac it, and then she has to mop it, and then she has to vac it again.
Why?
It's just the floor, type of flooring it is. It don't.
Oh.
She can't get it all up.
Oh.
With vac. So anyway, she's had enough of that one.
Right. So this is not the one where she goes to their Christmas do every year?
No, this is the other one.
The other one.
Yeah. She says this one don't even send her a Christmas card or...
No.
You know, they're not... She says they're nice enough people, but it's not as friendly and nice as the other one.
She's worked for the other one quite a while.
About 4 years, the other
right.
one. Yeah. So she says she might finish from that this year. She doesn't know. But when she does, she says that they'll start taking tax off her pension. So
I don't think my brain will cope with that.
No, I don't think mine
This
would
morning.
either yesterday when she told me.
Actually, I read this morning in news that a lot are from, is it from 2026? A lot of people will be paying tax on the pensions.
Oh yeah.
Because, is it 12,500, the tax-free?
She says it's gone up in years.
Gone up, the tax-free amount.
Yeah.
And pension goes up a bit every year. So they're saying that it'll become taxable soon.
Yeah.
Well, I only get it 7,000 or something. I'm way off.
Yeah.
It's peanuts that I get.
On pension. I know. Oh.
I mean, I think it's only about 10,000 for a pair of us.
Mm.
I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I find it quite amazing that she still wants to work.
The energy. She says, I don't want to be sat at home all day.
Well, yeah, I can understand that when you're on your own. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she's only on her own Monday, Tuesday.
Well, right.
Because her youngest son comes on. She picks him up on a Wednesday with dog. He takes the dog with him, you see. Then she picks them both up on a Wednesday, and they're there. I think they're there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. I think she takes him back on a Sunday, does she?
Yeah, something
to
like
his
that.
house. So he's with her half at week.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Is Andrew and dog. And then he goes back for a few days to his own house and takes dog with him. She says they're inseparable, him and dog. She got dog for herself, but it's turned out to be Andrew. She says it's a funny dog because if it wants a walk, it goes and sits in front of Andrew and puts both its paws on his knees. So they know it wants to go for a walk. And if it wants something to eat, it comes to her and sits in front of her and puts one paw on her knee. But the thing is, it's not a big dog, but it's a fair weight, I think. And she can't take it for a walk. It pulls. She says, Andrew can barely take it. I says, well, can't you have something done about that, to stop it pulling? She says, well, we did get, we were told to get this, like a cap for it. Like them things, muzzles that they put over your dog's nose. And she says it has the hook for the lead on its head instead of on its neck.
Oh.
So that when it pulls, it can only pull with its head. It can't pull with its own body.
Oh, okay.
She says, but as soon as he sees it, he goes crazy.
Right.
They can't get it on him. I'm sure there must be an easier way than that.
Well, you're supposed to train them, aren't you? Takes
time,
effort.
She says it costs too much money to have them trained now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. She needs to call for that fella, doesn't she?
The dog whisperer.
Yeah, that does with dogs.
What did we do yesterday, Pat?
What did we do? Oh, we went shopping.
Went to Mark's.
Yeah.
The one at Alcoats up the road.
Yeah, just near us.
And you went, when we'd done shopping in Mark's, Alethea don't like the butter that we get from Mark's. She likes
Country Life,
which you have to go to Asda for that.
Mm.
So Pat walked up to Asda while I put shopping away.
It's only just round the corner.
Yeah,
isn't it?
they're next door to one another.
Mm.
Asda and Marks. And there's a B&M as well.
Yeah, that's in between them both.
And I was walking up to meet Pat to carry it out. We only went for a couple of things.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of brand new Kias cars. One were all electric and one were an hybrid. And they were for sale, they were being advertised. There were the sales lady there. I got chatting with her for ages about these cars. I was quite taken with I don't want a car. I'm not interested. But I was quite taken by the design of one of them. One of these Kias. The backlights were amazing. On the all-electric one and the console inside it. Wow, it was really quite an exciting looking car, yeah.
Flashy.
Yeah, I had a chat with her. She knew I wasn't interested
In buying one, she just knew you liked the look of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't say we did any more. We come back with shopping and put it all away, had some lunch, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. We didn't do any more.
Yeah.
I put some washing in. Are you a bit... Is it a bit fussy?
Well, unless I hold my head back, it is blurred.
Right.
So I'm looking at you all through blurry glasses.
Oh dear.
Can't really see properly.
No.
How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Right. Good. Are we going back to
where?
to 80s, 90s?
Oh, you can do what you like, darling. Yeah.
Do what you like.
That's where you want to go. Get the time machine out.
Get the time machine out. Well, while all this other stuff's going on, we were working in that barn, and gradually we started to get business, didn't we? I worked it out that I needed 500 customers.
I think so.
500, I needed 500 customers. That was my target. And eventually I got 600. When I retired, I had 600. And we started to find that we needed somewhere to put these pianos after we'd finished. Don't know how long it used to take us to do a piano. I think it varied. You can guarantee it took us longer than... If we worked out how long it took us and how much we sold them for, we were losing money.
Yeah. We've been making out.
I bet we were. But we still made it pay. So what I did was, I hired a porter cabin. Do you remember him bringing it on that truck?
Oh, aye.
When he pulled out, he knocked part of the wall down, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did well to get it in that space. We put it at the back of the barn.
Gosh, I'd forgotten all about
That porter cabin.
Yeah.
It was totally the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it got freezing cold at night and red hot when it was warm. And that is totally the wrong kind of atmosphere for a piano. So
That didn't last
I
long.
didn't realise, you say you're ignorant, yeah. Well, it was no good. It was no good. We couldn't put pianos in it after we'd done them because it had just ruined them. So that didn't last long. I sent it back, and that's when we decided to build a workshop. And the idea was, when we built it, well, if we build a workshop, let's build it like a bungalow.
To the specs of a bungalow.
So that when we retire, we'll sell house and live in it. That's what we planned, innit? That's what we thought we'd do. So this workshop we built was a proper double-skinned workshop building with a pan-tile roof and everything. And it just had 2 rooms. It had a big room as a workshop and a smallish room at the end with a big window in it for a showroom. How many? We could only get about 4 pianos in it. Or
showroom.
3. Maybe 3 or 4 in it, yeah. We had to put a carpet in it. And some spotlights.
Blind, a Venetian blind.
A vertical
blind.
A vertical blind, not window. Made it look decent.
We did divide the other big room up into 2 more rooms.
We did. Eventually we did. So that one of them would have been a bathroom and the other one would have been a bedroom. Yeah. So it would have had a lounge, bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen. You going?
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
It's just off to uni. Yeah, so that's, the old place was worked out like that, and we just stored stuff in the little room, which would have been the bathroom, and what would have been the bedroom. I had a bench put in there, and what we were trying to do really was cut down on the dust where you polished. By creating another room.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful that was.
No.
But it took a while to build, did that. I think it was 1989.
Right.
When we had, and it was Austin, Norton and Bonner, they were called, who built it. Yeah, and it was designed. It was architecturally designed, and he was a customer, was the architect, and they lived on a little tiny small holding, and his wife was really keen on raising sheep. She used to raise sheep, and he worked from home. He had an office, but tragically, he got MS, really bad. Do you remember Christine?
Yeah, I do.
His wife. She looked after him, and eventually, it got so bad he had to go into a nursing home. And I mean, he died. He wasn't very old, really.
No.
And eventually, Christine sold the little small holding and bought a bungalow in Middle Raisin, I think.
All right.
I used to tune a piano there when she moved. She was ever so nice. Lass. Yeah, he designed it, and then the husband of a lady who I tuned for, who was a piano teacher, he was an electrician. Remember Anita?
Oh yeah, yeah. Keith for it, I think.
No, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he did all the wiring,
Wiring.
for it, and sold us those heaters.
Oh yeah.
And ceramic heaters that we put in it. We
put them in house as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I think what we did was when we shut the workshop down, we put them in house.
Oh, did
Took
we?
them out of the workshop and put them in house.
Oh, all right.
we had a right blooming mixture in the house. Yeah. So all that was going on with what I was working in the, I think you worked part of the day in the workshop, and I worked in the workshop and then went out tuning on a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
So all that was going on during that period.
And it were after we got that built that we realised that Austin had charged us
VAT
on it.
And he shouldn't have done. So that's when we had...
I suppose it was because we asked him to build it to a bungalow spec.
Well, he knew it was a workshop. Yeah, so it, instead of giving us the money back that he charged, the VAT, he did...
Kevin did some work in house.
In house, yeah, and made that old... The workshop where we started off, we made that into a front room, into a lounge. Quite a nice room, really. And it had a big log burner in it. Yeah. So the house sort of grew a bit.
Yeah.
It grew a bit more and all.
Yeah. Because he extended into end barn then, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And upstairs, put an upstairs in it.
Put a floor in it and an office.
Going up.
I had an amazing office.
You were infatuated with offices at that particular time.
I was. I loved offices.
So he had two offices at end, one upstairs and one down.
And one were a study, love.
Oh right, one were a study. Put his piano in there and
yeah.
And his big oak desk.
Big oak desk and a leather chair. And of course there were no mobile phones or computers.
Yeah.
And I used to, another thing I had a fetish for were organisers. And because you had to know when they were due. You had to have a diary to know when they were due for tuning again. And you had to have a diary for your appointments when you were going to tune them. And then you had to have a to-do list of all a record, all their cards with all the service history on them. So there were the address, the customer's address, and on the other side was the service history. And that's how I used to organise it. That was before computers came on the scene and mobile phones. They're not like that then.
No. You used to say, didn't you? Why don't they bring a phone in that can... I don't know.
Well, when computers did come on the scene, they want mobile phones.
No.
And I used to say, the future's mobile. The future is mobile. We need... All this needs to go on something mobile. I was right and all.
It did.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But I'm going to have to stop.
Right.
Yeah. So, I think we'll call that a video for today, folks. All right. So, all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
No. Why?
We've got to go to the doctor's tomorrow morning.
Is it tomorrow morning? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks. So whether we see you tomorrow, I'm not sure. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.